I plead the blood over every situation in my life because it's like, Lord, if it had not been for you. Okay, so we are getting to right back into Psalm 19 because I just feel like with the notes that I wrote today, well, earlier this morning, y'all need to hear this. And I got a lot of notes to share with y'all though, but I want to share what I read today because I thought it was very insightful. Talking about the Psalms 19, how God reveals Himself through humanity. Um, the heavens declares the glory of God, and the sky displays what His hands have made. One day tells a story to the next. One night shares knowledge with the next. Without talking, without words, without their voices being heard. Yet their sound has gone out into the entire world, their message to the ends of the earth. He has set up a tent in the heavens for the sun, which comes out of his chambers like a bridegroom, like a champion. It is eager to run its course. It rises from one end of the heavens. It circles around to the other. Nothing is hidden from its heat. The teachings of the Lord are perfect. They renew the soul. The testimony of the Lord is dependable. It makes gullible people wise. The instructions of the Lord are correct. They make the heart rejoice. The command of the Lord is radiant. It makes the eyes shine. The fear of the Lord is pure. It endures forever. The decisions of the Lord are true. They are completely fair. They are more desirable than gold, even the finest gold. They are sweeter than honey, even the dripping from a honeycomb. As your servant, I am warned by them. There is a great reward in following them. Who can notice every mistake? Forgive my hidden faults. Keep me from sinning. Do not let anyone gain control over me. Then I will be blameless and I will be free from any great offense. Many, may the words from my mouth and the thoughts from my heart be acceptable to you, O Lord, my rock and my defender. Amen. So sometimes we just gotta understand that God's word is law. God word is perfect. This is how God is revealing Himself to humanity. First through creation, how He created the heavens and the earth. Then He turned around and He reveals His divine word. Um, and in all of this, we just gotta watch out for sinful people. I just sometimes we don't understand that watching out for sinful people is something that we have to do because people will put you in things and you're like, what's this got to do with me? What is all this got to do with me? And it's absolutely nothing. Somebody's trying to put you in some things. So I just want you guys to understand that we all have to be watchful, be watchmen on the wall, for God's kingdom and how He wants things to operate. We got to be watchmen on the wall for our children and how, they operate in the world with people that they come in contact with. Even ourselves, like people around you, is they really meant for you or is they coming to steal, kill, and to destroy you on some level? And most of the time, this is what it is. Second Timothy and 3:1 says, you must understand this: in the last days there will be violence periods of time. So we living it, everybody say it a lot, but we living in the last days for sure, for sure. People will be selfish and love money. They will brag and be arrogant. They will use abusive language. They will curse their parents, show no gratitude, have no respect for what is holy, and lack normal affection for their family. They refuse to make peace with anyone. They will be slanderous, lack self-control, be brutal, and have no love for what is good. They will be traitors. They will be reckless, conceited. They will love pleasure rather than God. They will appear to have a godly life, but they will not let its power change them. Stay away from such people. Some of these men go into homes and mislead the weak-minded women who are burdened by sin and lead all kinds of desires. Amen. See that we looking at men who have came to my home unintentionally, tried to lead sin and try to, as if I was weak minded, but at the same time, you were the actually one being weak minded to try to lead somebody into some sins and desires. That's being weak minded. But these type of men do that to who they think is weak-minded, like women such as myself, who are burdened with sin. Like they try to use things that you are dibbling dab in and try to lead you to those desires. Let me lead you to this life. These women are always studying but never able to recognize the truth. You always in your word, but you don't understand the truth of what is really going on. as Jane, as Janies and Jamaries, I don't even know them because they say they mention in the Bible, but I gotta go read up on them. But they opposes Moses, and these men opposes the truth. So these men is opposing the truth because they thought on some sort of foolish desire that they was gonna lead, you know, some sort of counterfeit faith and spiritual power towards a divine chosen one. Yeah, this is what going on. They so that they just completely opposed to the truth. So they led this entourage of dicks and men and came into my home and just, I guess they call themselves sabotaging things for me, making things, look rocky for me. And I'm like, you ain't come to help. You came to steal, kill, and to destroy. So they could have saw me in my word, and then, the devil got to flee, run off, get the wolfing at the mouth and talking stupidity about me. And we gonna call that some counterfeit spiritual power because they really didn't have no spiritual power. They just thought they had mind control, and honestly, God had the real power here. Certain they won't get far. That's what Spirit is saying. They ain't going nowhere with it. Like the stupidity of Janies and Jamborees, their stupidity will be plain to everyone. Everybody see that that was real stupid and foolish of them to do such thing and think they hold some spiritual power. Yeah. I'm telling you, so we got to watch out for these sinful people, and they everywhere, and they running around, and they trying to get in my home, and they just preconceive this notation about me, and I'm a loving being. I deserve to be taken care of. I'm a good damn woman, regardless of what these men saw, or what they was trying to lead, or even if they thought I was weak-minded, they saw something very desirable, It's like, I desire you now. But I ain't gonna let these weak-minded men lead me. I'm going to stay true to my word, and maybe you need to do the same, because that's why I find my peace, because now I'm like, I ain't got no peace because they on my stability. See, if they get off my stability, I'll be able to open up some avenues and some things to open up for me financially. But since they on my stability, it's hard for me to do anything. It's like, just be broke, bust down and disgusted. I guess they think I'ma sell my ass. Let me call one of these niggas, see if they gonna pay for the ass they got. None of that. Trying to get into the word. Okay. And so James 1 reminds us not only to hear the word, but do as it says. So we just got to do the word from James, a servant of God and the Lord Jesus Christ, to God's faithful people who have been scattered. Greetings. Oh my God, greetings to God's faithful people who has been scattered. They all over the world. They scattered here and there, but we faithful in doing God's work. When God see your work and see all you do, not a weak-minded man, not a counterfeit spiritual power, not somebody who opposing the truth can stand against God's power. This situation is delayed. is definitely not denied. So, with all due respect, God law is perfect. They ain't talking about nothing. They ain't got nothing going on but some BS. A lot of bullshit going on in the courtroom. With my name on it. With my name on it. Blessings with my name on it. All in the courtroom. Talking about some. Now, babe, I need me a lawyer. And see, if I had me a lawyer, it wouldn't even be none of that. Me and my kids would be straight. We'll be sitting back waiting on a check. We'll be straight. We already protected. But because they trying to hide that, we got to suffer and go through it. Sit over there and globe my life and track me around, hold on to what God is doing for me. No, it don't work that way, baby. You don't play no dirty games out here and then think you going to get away with playing checkers. And somebody done played chess, Queen be moving like a, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, look. 4 wands, baby. Queen be moving around on the board. You know? Queen be doing her part. Yeah, all that drama. Because of this, all this drama. This King of Cups got so much drama going on. Like, you got so much drama. It ain't nothing but drama. And I ain't even in this drama. I don't want to be a part of this drama. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles. I'm talking about money, baby. I'm single. I'm independent. I'm focused on me. I'm trying to get my bag up, baby. And what y'all over there investigating? What? Me being single? Me being struggling? Me trying to get my bag up? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Somebody over here investigating. Somebody got the whole damn arm on my ass. Yeah. 10 of Swords. It's out with. They stabbed you in your back and now they can't talk about it. They stabbed you in your back and now they can't talk about it. Yeah, they stabbed your strength too. They stabbed your strength. They didn't want you to have no strength because they was the one that doing all the cheating out here. They was the one cheating the game. So they didn't want you to have strength to endure this. Yeah, they didn't want you to have no strength. Yeah, Queen of Wands, baby. Because of somebody's marriage, I keep telling you. Whoever this Queen of Wands is, whoever this person was, they wasn't tapped into God. They weren't spiritual. They only, had this fake side that God had this revelation over their life that they was gonna live this glorious lifestyle. Somebody thought they getting married to a certain individual gonna help their spirituality, but it never was, intended to be what it was. Yep. And there go that cup of love. There go that cup. They'll say, man, ain't nobody studying that, baby. We love you. Ain't nobody studying all that fake facade they putting on out here in the courtroom. Yeah. That's why they ain't talking about it. Yeah, because they lied. We can't tell the truth because we lied. We not telling the truth. That's why you don't want they lovers because they tried to magician and play a magician act on you with lovers. That's why I'm like, I don't even want your lovers. Why you trying to play little dirty games now? Yeah, yeah. They went on an adventure. That was the plan. And in this plan, they took some sort of action, but the action ain't packing. You action-packed hero. This is an action-packed hero, Yeah, look. 9 of Cups. Wishes coming true. This is somebody who got so much drama, but your wishing coming true, baby. Things working out for you. Yeah, and they love it. They like, baby, she go a cup. It go, so he ain't worried about it. He go a magical cup. It go a nice little cup for you. I love you. Give me, baby. Give me a little sweet little thing. I love you. They got all this drama going on because they cheated the game here. This is somebody who cheated the game. They tried to manipulate something. They got all this drama going on because they was the cheater here. That's why they tried to cheat. Yeah, they tried to cheat me. Yeah, they tried to hold me back because they ain't got no money. Yeah, this is somebody who tried to cheat me, hold me back because they broke. Like, you ain't got no finances. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want my wish. Yeah. The thing is, it's so demonic, it's so toxic. They don't want this shit to hit the world. They don't want this demonic shit to hit out here in the world. That's why they call themselves following me, because my wish is coming true. But they follow me being demonic, and they follow me with hideous stuff, trying to assume that, it's some sort of spirit attached to me that they tried to attach. Look, but it didn't work. They tried to attach this negative spirit to me. It didn't work though. Whatever demonic attachment they wanted, to attach to my life, it's like, yeah, they lied. And now they can't tell the truth. They stole some. And yeah, and whatever they tried to do, it didn't work. They marriage didn't work out. So I'm assuming that whatever you stole in your marriage, or your little marriage stole some, and then y'all tried to work some out, it didn't work out. Then y'all tried to end me, and it still didn't work out. Like whatever. Look, it's too much clarity in this energy. It's too much, mental games being played. Too much. Somebody just don't understand why it didn't work out. But it was never supposed to work out. The way you envisioned it, the way you had clarity of mind, it was never supposed to work out the way you thought that. That's what Spirit is saying. It was never going to work out the way you planned. Yeah, that's why y'all in karma. Yep. And that's why I'm blocking you, and that's why I'm protected from this foolishness. Yep. Whoever this Queen of Wands is, the karma is my protection. Your karma is going to be that the fact that I'm going to be protected. That's going to be your roller coaster. That's the only motherfucking karma that you finna experience here. You finna experience a lot of karma in my protection. Yeah, you finna understand that God is, an everlasting God. You finna experience, God's word is powerful. Yep, It ain't gonna be hidden. See, the thing is, you're not gonna be able to hide it. The Ten of Swords you're going through. You see, the thing is, you want the Ten of Swords, you want the ending, you want the fact that you tried to stab somebody back in the back to be hidden. You want it to be, how in the hell you gonna hide and stab a bitch down? How you gonna come up behind the scene in the secret and stab and keep it hidden that you trying to stab a motherfucker down? How you gonna sneak and hide and try to sneak and hide and stab a bitch? How you gonna, baby, you ain't gonna be able to hide. The Spirit say you ain't gonna be able to hide it for too much longer, baby. Yep, look. Queen of Swords in the reverse. It's so much drama. It's so much drama that they can't even talk about, that they manipulated, but they couldn't even get away with the manipulation. That's what I'm saying. With all that drama that they can't even talk about, all that drama they cooked up, all that shit they were saying, they can't even talk about in there because they tried to manipulate. They ain't tell the truth. Whoever they ain't tell the truth was, they went to the authority. They went to the authority. They ain't tell the authority the truth. Nah, they ain't had no truth in them. Look at them. Look at them. This Queen of Wands, baby. And yeah, baby, came gunning for you. It came came up after you, baby. Gunning for your ass. Baby, they grouped up. And baby, they ain't celebrating because everybody hurt. Everybody hurt. How this person came gunning for you, baby. Sure is. Yep, they planned it. It was all in a plan. And see, the thing is, they held it back because they had already lied about some money that they stole. And so, of course, we going to plan your downfall. Of course, we going to plan in your enemy. We stole some money. We got that bread. Of course, we going to follow you, bitch. We going to keep up with your head. We gonna follow your ass. We stole your bread. We took some, hoe. We gonna stay on your ass. We gonna keep fucking with you. We ain't gonna leave you alone. We gonna stay on your ass. We stole your money. We gonna follow you. We on your ass. This is somebody who stole from me and all up behind me, baby. They stole my money and they been following me ever since. Yep. 9 of Wands. But they see resilience. Yeah, and they see I left that situation behind. Like, baby, you can keep that money. Whatever you stole, stop following me. Whatever you took. You know what I'm saying? They see resilience. Like, baby, I don't understand. Yeah, look, it's sad. It's sad. It's sad that I had to free myself from all this foolishness, all the stuff they did to me. God knows I'm freeing myself from it. God has freed me from it. They sad I'm free. How the hell you saying I'm free from your foolishness? I see some sad foolishness and somebody being sad that I'm free from the foolishness. Yeah, that's sad, baby. That's sad. And it was foolish. There was some sad foolishness. That plan was sad and it was foolish. That was a sad, foolish plan. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They in the nine of wands right now because I'm over here free. I'm sitting over here free. Walked away. Finna leave. Like, bitch, I don't even know what God is saying to me. He said, baby, you free. You can go anywhere you want to be. Yo, you the queen bee. I'm like, let's see. Where I'm greater opportunity at, Spirit. Where I'm going to have more resources at. Where me and my kids can be structured and financed at. Because, they ain't got no strength. They just playing with minds. Yeah, they thought that's because they didn't give me anything to begin my new beginning with, and that I wouldn't have strength to start one. I'm starting over, and you have no strength in my starting over. I'm gonna gain every momentum, every build up, every baby, every word of God, and I'm gonna build on it. And baby, you don't even know, baby. That's the plan, because y'all plan was foolish. And y'all don't want to be the light to be on y'all plan. It was foolish. It was, look, and you don't want to get caught up. I had a foolish plan, but now I don't want to be caught up in this plan. I was a part of the plan, but yeah, y'all grouped up. Now y'all can't say nothing. Y'all got together. Y'all grouped up. It was a foolish plan. Y'all started it. And now y'all can't get out of this shit. Because look, y'all can't even talk about it. We can't even talk about the plan. But it was foolish. That's why I'm free. That was foolish. Yeah. Page of Pentacles. They can't, baby, bad news. Bad news about who somebody's sleeping with. All that stuff you did, you was just spreading bad news. You was spreading all that stuff about who somebody's sleeping with, what somebody doing in the bedroom, how somebody was moving around, or what somebody was, baby, you was just spreading bad news. You was just spreading all this shit around, and that was bad news you was spreading. That's just bad. That's just bad to be spreading all that around. Yeah, it didn't even work for you to go spreading all that bad shit around. You spread it all that around because you had bad news. Y'all got some bad news. So you spread it all that bad shit around. You got bad news. And then you spread it a lot of bad news around, baby. And then you start following me around, spreading bad news around. And it still didn't work. It still didn't work. I'm just saying, they just run to follow me around, just spreading bad news. Just spread just they just some bullets here. I need a lawyer. Yeah, this cheater, baby. You cheated the game, and nobody is happy about how you cheated the game. Nobody is happy at the fact that you call yourself cheating. Yeah. And it wasn't spiritual, and it did not work. Nobody is happy about how you cheated on the game. Nobody's how you cheated the game. Wasn't spiritual. It didn't work. You in the Five of Pentacles right now. Yeah, and the crazy thing about it is it's not even hidden. This is not even hidden. You tried to cheat the game here. Yeah. You ain't gonna get no, this is somebody who ain't gonna get no bears, and it wasn't spiritual. You ain't even spiritual. Yeah, you fighting a spiritual war with yourself. This body's with yourself. You laid over in your own foolishness. You laid in that bed, you finna lie in it. This is somebody who laid their own bed, who laid their own eggs. Baby, you finna lie in you. Baby, you lay with dogs, you wake up with fleas. Baby, ain't no sense of you coming over here talking about you gonna get married with all that foolishness going on in your energy. This Queen of Wands is foolish here. Whoever this Queen of Wands is, they tried to take some sort of control and tried to block you from being protected from all this foolishness that they had going on behind the scene. And they hid this foolishness. It's like it was an attack to stab me in my back. It came from the backside. It blindsided me. Yeah. Cheater. Let me go. Get my butt. I guess I'm going to take me a nap. It's snowing out here. Get in my word a little bit later. Might get deep back in the word, baby, because sometimes we got to go to the word. Remind us to stay courageous out here. Remind us to stay strong. Keep God within you. It don't matter what's going on. God got me, and he finna secure a bag for me. He finna put some stability under me, and baby, it ain't gonna be rocky, because it ain't gonna be built on none fake. See, everything that's built on face, uh, uh, false intention, false everything, it have to come crumbling down. So in this situation, somebody's situation that was built on false allegation, false perception, lying, stealing, deceiving, they built this tower up, and that tower came crumbling down, and in that crumbling down in that tower, they tried to stag me down with them, and then God got all the way down to the ground, and then he said, I'm gonna shift things, and he brought a foundation up under me, while my enemy who was trying to pull me down fell into a pit where they tried to pull me in. I'm telling you, they tried to pull me in a pit here. Somebody tried to pull me in a pit. Somebody tried to pull me straight down in a pit. This is what happened here. And God put a foundation, a rock, a solid rock up under me, so solid that only thing that can build up on that is truth and honesty. Ain't nothing gonna be able to build on my rock unless it have truth and honesty attached to it. There's no deceiving on my rock, because all the deception have fallen into the pits now. Like, you can put that fake facade in the garbage. You can put that fake facade in the hole, because you only digging a pit for yourself. Yeah, for you to fall in it. Uh-huh. I keep telling y'all what happened here. I keep telling y'all, this is how we gon', this is a new world, or it's a new world opening up out here now. Something has been overthrown. Yeah, baby. This is a new world order. Baby. This is something I'm telling you, baby. That's exactly what they tried. They tried to bind the world. They tried to have control over the world, put chains over the world, cover you up in this world, and weaponize fear. Use fear of the world to weaponize you. Yeah. And look, distracted. I told you these tactics are distracted, with being at my landlord house and everybody messing with my cars and try to follow me from school to my job to my home and try to set up a shift here. And I'm that's why I say that's a spiritual war I ain't a part of. Yeah. That's why I had to return to nature and grasp on what God was saying in a certain situation, because guess what? I'm not a part of that spiritual war. That's a battle they fight with themselves. This is something, yeah. They thinking, look, they see me. A digital ID, how I move on this internet, political theory. This is all the political people watching me. They like, yeah, we see this crazy me. Look, they don't want you to leave home. But you leaving home brought you some freedom. Yeah, you greatly awakened. There's something back home. It's something about the homestead. It's something that you own back home. It's something that belongs to you back home. But you leaving home was your breakthrough. That's how you end up getting free. They ain't want you to leave home because they don't want you to be free from whatever energy of this homestead. That somebody tried to wrap you to a home and your name is on some sort of governmental documents or something about a home. And they don't want you to have this. So they was feeding into their fear about this. Yeah, they was feeding into they was feeding into their fear about this. They was scared. Yeah. So now you peacefully protesting that they watching you. You peacefully protesting that they watching you. This is a peaceful protest. See, if I can grab all kind of guns and start shooting, look, there goes some humanity aid. People feeding into the fear of this foolishness, especially on technology, especially on the internet. Don't feed into that fear. I ain't scared. Yeah, look. I'm in true alignment with God. This is something that y'all got going on back home. Whatever y'all got going on back home, y'all don't want me to have something here. This is something somebody don't want me to have. And it's mine anyway. Yeah. So they trying to control this collapse. Yeah. They don't want to go through this financial crisis, this antichrist. They do not want to go through this financial crisis. They experience it right now. I'm telling you, yeah. You leaving home brought a national disaster on these people. And they was being fake. So now they trying to invade my home. They really trying to invade me. These aliens, these people who see that I left a situation where my name was attached to something and it overthrew the government. Whatever it overthrew, now they fakely in my energy. And they don't want things to be on the internet. They don't want things to be, they want it to stay hidden. But I can't help how I'm being attacked. Yeah, they the ones started this war, trying to control their money. Y'all started the war trying to control y'all money. Look, stocking up in the reverse. And it look like you ain't going to be able to stock up. It look like you ain't going to be able to control none. Yep. Yeah, I ain't looking after corporation profits, but your corporation after my profits. Yeah, you trying to weaponize fear in this secret society. They trying to put fear in me. Secretly, they trying to weaponize fear and control me. And build a community around me. Build a community that I should be fearing. Yeah, just to control their profits. Trying to control this collapse. I'm telling you, things falling down for these people. Whatever they did here, everything falling down for them. Whatever. And me and my kids done fell to the ground. Shit. Whatever, bruh. Whatever.